loves frogs. She has since she was a little girl. They are incredible creatures who have been around since prehistoric times. Frogs have roamed the earth for over 109 million years. These adorable amphibians are athletic, diverse, adaptable, and versatile. There are over 4,900 species worldwide. When we would go to the frog pond to play, I would try to catch frogs, and my mom would bet me that I couldn't. Usually I only caught the grandpa, who was too slow. The frog pond at the Hammond Gardens was a quiet place for us to go to get away from the chaos of everyday life. I remember the perfectly blue sky and the eerie peace in the air when we went there the day after 9/11. The ancient Chinese saw the frog as the predominantly female force, a negative yin for the positive yang. The moon was the ultimate symbol of the yin, and many Chinese tales refer to the frog whose face is visible in the full moon. The frog was thought to occasionally swallow the moon, causing an eclipse. A Chinese tale. The Frog and the Moon. A Chinese warrior, Huo, fell in love with a beautiful water sprite who lived in the Low River. Huo was so jealous of the sprite's husband, the god of the Yellow River, that he killed him. Threatened with death for the deed, Huo persuaded the great goddess of the western skies to give him the gift of immortality. She presented him with a pill, which said she would bring him everlasting life. Huo was so relieved that he put it in a golden casket and gave it to his wife, Chang'o, to look after. Chang saw her chance for revenge and swallowed the pill herself. Huo found the pill missing, and in a fury chased Chang'o to the edge of the earth. She raised her arms in desperation. "I have nowhere to turn. Where can I hide?" In an instant she was turned into a frog, and with one spring she leaped up onto the moon and took refuge in a palace of gold. She has lived there ever since, and there she will stay until the end of time. Over the past 50 years, scientists have recorded major declines in frog populations and even the extinction of entire species. 2008 was the International Year of the Frog, a huge international effort to promote the conservation of the remaining amphibians from the current extinction crisis. Dozens of the world's frog species have become extinct in the last 100 years, and biologists believe that as many as 35 to 50% of the remaining species will disappear within the next generation. Frogs are disappearing. But why is this happening? It's because of changes in climate, like acid rain, ultraviolet radiation, drought, and ozone layer depletion, and loss of wetlands. Also, it's because of disease caused by bacteria, viruses, fungi, or parasites. Also, it's caused by pollution, coming from pesticides, fertilizers, and heavy metals. Lastly, it's because of invasive predators, such as the trout and bullfrogs. Frogs are indicator species. What are they telling us about our world? Everyday actions can help prevent more damage. Don't flush medicines down the toilet, first of all. The treatment plants that process our wastewater don't always remove pharmaceutical chemicals. Most medicine should be thrown in the trash, sometimes mixed with kitty litter or gravel. Also, don't use pesticides. They are toxic and end up in the water supply. Did you know that Roundup is lethal to gray tree frogs and leopard frog tadpoles, and most likely a host of other as yet untested frog species? Roundup is the second most commonly applied herbicide in the USA. It's produced by Monsanto, the same company who gave us Agent Orange. Pesticides both affect amphibian development and also promote reproductive cancer in humans. Lastly, reduce exposure to hazardous chemicals in cleaning products. Use lye-based soaps instead of petroleum-based soaps and detergents. How can we conserve resources? We can turn off the lights, use compact fluorescent light bulbs, print on both sides of the paper, take a shorter shower, bring reusable bags to the market, and always say no to plastic bags. Buy local, which means less packaging. Drive less and walk more. Don't use styrofoam and disposable products. Use recycled paper products whenever possible. Start a recycling program at your place of work if there is not one there already. Drink filtered tap water and use a refillable water container. Break the water bottle habit. The Container Recycling Institute estimates that over 100 billion plastic water bottles, which is about 40 million a day, have already been tossed into landfills this year. 17 million barrels of oil were used for production annually, creating 2.5 million tons of carbon dioxide. And some bottled water is even less pure than tap water. Watch what you throw away and where you throw it away to keep frog habitats trash-free. Do you want to see some incredible frogs? Chinese gliding frogs have enhanced webbing between their toes. When leaping between branches or escaping toward the ground, their toes spread and the webbing stretches like the wing of a hang glider. Although no frogs can truly fly, gliding frogs can soar and land gracefully from daunting heights. Their winged feet allow them to bank and steer through the air, and adhesive toe pads help them stick where they land. When confronted, the Budgett's frog puffs up with air, arches its back, opens its huge mouth, and screams like a cat in pain. It may even jump at an intruder. If picked up, the frog will bite and can draw blood with its two large tooth-like projections. Fire-bellied toads use skin color for protection. The skin on the toad's back is green and black, providing camouflage from above. When disturbed, the toad throws its legs into the air, revealing a bright orange fire belly. If flashing these bright colors doesn't scare the predator, the toad has toxic skin secretions that make it an unpalatable meal.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby.